each other. And if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break these chains that left you scarred. From where you came, is it who you God's not done with you yet. When it feels like you're losing.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Right to the air is Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Now Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a first carry here for the running back. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Hey, yellow, hey, go gun. Yellow. Yellow. Come back.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
And this is a game where you don't envy a defensive coordinator. This is what you have to game plan against all week. This offense is #1 in the NFL in passing, and they're clicking here early as they get a completion there for a first down.
Mahomes to throw once more. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
High down these two.
Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown! A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Let's go.
Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play in football.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
At the Chiefs' 48-yard line.
Now Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And how about this, a fake? He'll try to do it himself. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake, but when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2nd and 18 at the 50-yard line.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. So you look at the defense for these Texans. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Yellow. Attack. Hey, 57, 57.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Attack, attack. Yep, hey, 40, 15. Hey, 57, colors.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0.
Chiefs 21, Texans nothing. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down at the 43-yard line.
Stroud completes this out wide.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down.
Here we go.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Stroud looking to throw.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Stroud.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Naomi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
He's across midfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow, go gun, go gun, go gun. Yellow. Hey, 57.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Hey, rip Liz.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And in a good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Stroud to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
On the play. And the Texans first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
19 Texans.
First down, Houston.
And Stroud now to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go.
Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
And the Texans first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Texans first down.
Mixing up the middle. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
Look at
The Chiefs 14-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. 118. What's that?
Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away.
And the Texans get a bit closer. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when they sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Easy. 15. What's that?
Mahomes now to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive...
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Why Tony?
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass throw right back to Joe Mixon.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that is no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stroud. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The throwing again is Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He's got room at the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they give to Brown on the option.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's another Texans.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone. Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Joe Mixon.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for two. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. Well, anytime down here in the red zone that you can get a running back going lateral to the line of scrimmage, that's a plus for the defense. We all hear about the offensive guys saying, get north and south, get upfield. They didn't allow it at all on that play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Texans
Now
16.
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And the Texans
Back to Mixon on 1st down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jalen Noel, 37 yards.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Why Tony? 19 Texans.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Texans 24.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick.
Houston.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Attack!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, Riblet! Hey, Sunday.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
Buggy.
2nd and 3. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Texans first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now is Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
24.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Caught here, right side, no.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To Mixon on the check down. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
Texans first down.
Now Stroud.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way that...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Texans will line up for the
They'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
That keeps the score. Chiefs 56, Texans 30.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 42-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57. Attack, attack. Hey, yep, 15. Hey, read our key, read our key. Go, go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday. Hey, yellow, yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now he's going to step up and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Here we go.
And boy, this is going to be close. That
chauffeur. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel.